So I'm having this great meal here with Riccardo, and he's gonna show me how to pair his wines with food.
We are going to drink our IGT White. It's a certification that talks about the origin of the grape. In this case, we have 90% Grechetto and 10% Viognier. The characteristics of this wine is going to be minerality and sapidity, typical of Grechetto, but we blend it with 10% of Viognier. It's a French grape that we use to improve the smell, the flower. How can I say that? We can call it an appetizer white. Using the food pairing, we are going to balance this kind of stuff.
All right, yeah,
So,
let's do it.
Sheep cheese,
Oh, okay.
fresh one, 40 days of aging.
So it's a pecorino, but it's not the pecorino we used to, the one with you in Rome, especially we use it, grated pecorino for cacio e pepe.
Yes, it's not
this
that
is the fresh one, yeah,
Yes.
not the one.
And using the freshness of pecorino and the sweetness of this jelly, it's going to be something very special.
But what's in this jelly? What is this?
It's a Grechetto jelly. So we start from the same wine we are going to taste.
Great.
Let's have a tasting. Our aim is always for our wine to reach a natural mouth at the end of the tasting. That means we try in this case to use the minerality of Grechetto and the freshness of the cheese, but most important, the sweetness.
Yeah, but what about the jelly?
We try to use honey, to use jam or something like that, but how to match something with the cheese to pair with food, with wine, better than wine. So
Yeah. Can argue that. Cheers. It's beautiful, fresh. And then you what? You like dip it in the jelly?
yes, probably
It's
you need
hard.
the knife to put a little part on the cheese.
This is so interesting. So how do I put it? Now we have like 3 different tastes. The cheese, the jelly, and the wine, but they complement each other perfectly.
We can use too the little bit of acidity due to the weather of the last year, because in this case we are talking about 2021 Grechetto. It was too dry and hot. So if you can feel it, there's a small part of acidity in the mouth that is going to balance perfectly with the sweetness.
By the way, guys, I have a video on how the weather affects the wine. I'm gonna leave the link for you down below.
We need, in this case, for the sweetness, a fresh cheese to pair perfectly.
Okay.
If we improve the aging of the cheese, it's going to cover the sweetness. So it's not going to be.
Yeah, that would be too much. Okay.
I have a surprise for you lately.
You do? Yeah. I like that.
Vado con l'olio.
Sì. So, Riccardo, what is this?
This is our olive oil, but I put it on something special.
Something special.
This is our onion sauce. So we are,
bruschetta.
yes, we are going to use once again the sweetness, because that's always a lot of minerality in the wine we are going to drink. In this case, we have 100% Grechetto, so we move.
It's not a blend, okay?
Yes. So we move from land place to the hill. We are in the middle of the vineyard of this Grechetto,
see. Okay.
and we are going to taste it.
So the first wine came from the lower ground, right?
Yes.
And this one comes from the upper.
So this is the full expression of Grechetto DOC.
I see. The real deal.
Our onion sauce, it's very simple. Onion, olive oil, black pepper, and a little bit of vinaigrette to have a little bit of acidity as the last one.
But why onion spread?
Because it's a sort of sweetness, but stronger than what we tasted with the jellies.
I see. Okay, we're going with a stronger, more serious wine,
Yes.
all right? And we're pairing it with stronger flavor, right?
Yes, in this case we need a little bit of oil. because the minerality is going to be important. So the fat part is going to be something we need.
Exactly.
And we are looking forward for what is coming.
No, I'm looking forward to this, and especially, like guys, olive oil. Umbria is the right place for olive oil. All right, can I go?
For sure, you must.
All right, I must. All right.
Tasty.
Chapeau, respect.
As I told you, we are a few meters away from our vineyard of Greghetto. So we are in the DOC area. In this case, the soil and exposition, as you told in the last video, it's very important. Using the onion, it's a sort of exercise of style. Because the onion is something very special in this area. Do you know Cannara?
I'm not familiar with it.
It's a small village near Bevagna famous for their onion.
Little did I know that I was to end up in Canada in a matter of days. Obviously, for the famous Onion Fest, where everything you eat is made with onions.
So we try to respect, as always, the tradition and the product of the areas.
And this Greghetto comes from that hill, right?
Yes, for sure. Say hello to our Greghetto.
Good job. Riccardo, what is this?
This is my brother's wine.
Your brother's wine?
Yes, that's because the name, Federico II. Federico, it's my brother, and it's the second son. And we gave him probably our most particular wine, because we are talking about 100% Sagrantino Rosé. That means we start from our most important red grape, but we work it as a white. So I'm going to let you taste it.
Go on.
The food pairing is going to be strange because we started.
Doesn't look strange to me. I love that prosciutto.
So I'm going to introduce you our prosciutto. The food pairing is an historical food pairing with torta al testo, that it's a sort of pizza produced in the area of Perugia. In this case, we are going to completely change the way we make the food pairing, because now we are going to find the sapidity in the ham to balance the freshness of the wine. So it's completely the opposite from the first two wine. For the first time, we need a fat part, because we are going to have a smooth tannin for the first time. It's the most important characteristics of Sagrantino. So in this case, it's not only the sapidity of the ham, but the fat part is going to balance the mouth. Because when we have to work with tannin, we need to play with consistency, like fat or oil, and persistency, long taste in the mouth. But I'm going to show you next.
Please do.
Let's taste.
Yeah, let's do it.
Please.
Oh yeah? Oops, double trouble.
It's not a trouble in this way.
I'm gonna do this the traditional way, all right? So I'm supposed to cut it, right?
Yes.
All right. Make a little sandwich.
Yes. Then put the ham inside.
I'll put two of them.
Yes.
All right.
And then let's taste together, probably.
Yeah, let's do it.
Cheers. The torta al testo is cooked under the fire. It's very traditional in this area.
It's nice and neutral.
We always try to use food pairing, but in a traditional way. So torta al testo and prosciutto, onions from the area.
Ti piace, Tony?
The face I was born with is just incapable of reflecting how much I truly appreciated the experience. And then some. And with those delightful Montefalco reds to come, we weren't even halfway through.